Hello everyone, my name is Kim. Welcome back to another LeetCode section. Today's question will be about content duplicate. Read the question first. Given an array nums, return true if it's the value at least twice in the array, and return false if the element is distinct, which means it showed up only one. So maybe we can have a look here. Number 1, 2, 3, 1. So number 1 I appear twice, which mean gonna be true. 1, 2, 3, 4. None of it is repeated elements, so return 4. And now this one, of course, is true. So many 1, 3, and 4. So right now, let's look at how we're gonna solve this question. So remember, in Python, we have some kind of function that you might recall your memory. If you remember, there's like a calculate, frequency of a element in the array. You usually use a counter from collection. So it's really similar to the hash map. So let's write it down first. We have element 1, 2, 3, 1. How many does it appear? For 1 we have 2. For element 2 we have just 1. The element 3 is just 1. And obviously the last one we don't have to repeat itself because it already pops up here. So if we was able to detect the value of the key, so if let's say the counter, so basically this is the key and this is the value. So if the values right here equal to 1, obviously we're gonna return true. Any other case, we return 4. This is a flexibility of Python that has a counter. So why don't we just code it out using counter equal to collection. This is the library we have to import if you're not using LeetCode. Counter has to have first letter capitalized. Then num. You try to print out the counter so you will see the result of the counter to calculate the frequency of all the elements in the array. Just gonna run. So you can see the output when we print it out is exactly the same what we just analyzed in our text. 1 show up twice, 2, 3, 1. This is a relatively simple question, so to fresh up your memory about counter. So we use a for loop for I in counter. Because we have a key value, we just want to get the values to show up the frequency. So for I in counter value, if I equal greater than 1, which means it showed up 1, we want to return true. Any other case, default, we return 4. Okay, hit run. Accepted. Any case runtime 69. Perfect. So what is the space complexity and time complexities here? So the space complexity is obviously is O of n because you use a counter class to store each element in the num array, and the space requires a counter object to the number of unique elements in num. So that is the worst case that we can get. What is the space complexity here? Because we have a lot of, we have for loop. So that is obviously is a space complexity O of n, which is the n is the length of input in the array. Awesome. Well, good luck guys. See you in the next class.